Right, well, my bell has now jingled, so let's have a look to see what the notification is going to tell us. So here's my latest one, marketing materials for 29 products ready to download. So I click on that, go to Finder, I guess, open it with that. There's our PDF, open that with, it's other people's software, isn't it? And here are the results of our endeavours so far. So these are the products, the works that I included on my search. Looking good so far. We've got covers for all of them. This is the next page. You can see the pagination, page 3, page 4. We've got that nice HTML being parsed out there. I'm going to have to go back and change the data element I chose, aren't I? Because it's saying none is of no use to me in this particular scenario. It's much more useful for a spreadsheet. And then this is what I hoped we'd get. And then you can see that some of the information here has overflowed its limits, and that is indicated by this little red expansion symbol here. So I would fully expect that some of yours would overflow as well, because this is the nature of designing text that has to fit into little boxes. We need to allow for the real world. So let's have a look to see what our documentation tells us to do about this. So it says dealing with real data. You've just exposed your lovely template to real data, and we've got these little red boxes. So the issue here for your data is that there's only so much space that it's going to fit in, and we've just said, use this font size because we're designing something here. This is very different to the single work templates, which we're going to look at next, because the single work template will just flow onto subsequent pages. But when we're dealing with multi-work PDFs, there has to be a discrete amount of space that each work's data can go in. So we need to see how we can resolve this. And the way to resolve it in the first instance, let me make this a single page so that we can see it a bit clearer. The way to resolve it in the first instance is to come across our issue, and you can see hovering over the information here. This is a link. Now we're in preview here, the PDF reader program on my computer. Nothing to do with Consonance. This is a regular PDF, and PDFs can have links embedded. And so when I click on this overflow icon in the middle, it's going to jump me to the errors page. And here are all of our reasons why data doesn't fit on the information there. And it says, oh dear, the ISBN 13 data element doesn't fit. To resolve it, either edit data on the metadata page or edit the customization template. Now these links are also going to link back to somewhere. They're going to link to your Consonance account on the internet. So you can send this PDF around to anybody using your usual means, and they can access the exact page on Consonance to resolve it. And it's up to you. Do you want to make the data fit, or do you want to change the template? And changing the ISBN 13 makes no sense. It is what it is. You can't lop digits off an ISBN 13. So instead I'm going to edit the customization template. And so clicking there, it's going to take me back to my customization template, wherein I'm going to be able to say, well, I need to be able to change the layout of this ISBN thing. So that's what I would do. I would now, let's do it, shall we? Let's go and make a bit of a change to the styling. If there's a smaller one, I think I'll do 9-point font. Let's see if that will fit. And we're back on this is back on our template, so we can see if it works with the smattering of products that are available to us here. This one is still not fitting. Contacts or editor doesn't fit on this one. We can jump back to the offending article there. Contacts and editors on this one, I seem to remember I put 200 on. So in fact, let's go and have a look. Jump to the problem. To resolve edit data on the metadata page. So I'm going to jump to the metadata page by clicking there. Have a look at contributors. Oh my word, no wonder they don't fit. This is a very ambitiously large number of contributors to fit in a little box on a flyer. So yeah, it's oh gosh, don't know what that is. So yes, that's going to be quite useful to be able to give us a sense of where there may be problems and then solve them nicely. So I think this contributors thing has been proven to be problematic anyway, because this element returns none when there are none. So let's get rid of that element entirely. Sure. Let's add in a new element. And it's going to be contributors. And I think maybe we'll come up with like the first contributor. Batch contributors. Maybe author is an option. Author comments, author on cover. Let's use that one for the time being. Sounds short, doesn't it? So then we'll need to style it. Oh, and that's exciting. Look at that. That must be invalid HTML has come in there. So we're going to have a look at that as well. So I'll first of all edit my my heading text, because I don't need it to say that. I'm going to add in a nice style for my author content. Might use that brilliant subheading one that we did actually. I wonder what authors will look like in that lovely, elegant heading style. Oh yeah, looks all right. Looks lovely actually. And then let's have a look at this offending cats of the day where it's got invalid HTML. What we can do is duplicate the tab, and we can go to cats of the world, go straight to the metadata page, have a look at marketing, and here's our short description. Yeah, all kinds of bad. Oh dear, my word. So let's get rid of that clearly made up HTML tag. Let's get rid of that weird indentation. Let's get rid of that and put a couple of those in, and get rid of one of them, and just generally make it much better. We don't need a cite, and we haven't got an opening strong there, so let's put that in. Great. And then we're going to save that, go back to our flyer and see if that now renders properly. So again, really great for proofreading your data. And now if it's rendering okay here, it's going to render okay on Amazon, and that is a very useful benchmark of whether it's going to do its job for you. So this is looking a lot better. Now if we were to go to our report again, then we could generate this, and I suspect that we'd get a much better hit rate of accuracy and beauty on that. But that's a really good start there. If I can find where I have put the documentation, then we will go and have a look at that again and see. Oh dear me, I must have shut it. So you know what we can do? We can go to search documentation in our account, and we can go to training for marketing. Here we are on our day. Let's go to the contents page. We were exporting a PDF catalogue. We've done our search. We've generated our report. And we have been admiring our multi-work templates. So hopefully you've come up with some interesting results. Hopefully you've come up with some data problems, because today's the day to learn about them and get them, either change the template or change the data itself. Bearing in mind that this is such a great way of checking your data quality, because if it's working for you on your internal marketing materials, then it's going to be going out into the world in a shape that it's going to be good for you. So next up, we are going to have a look at single work templates, which are much more straightforward actually than the complicated versions we've been doing here. So we will stop this video, regroup, see if you've got some meaty problems that we can resolve together, and then we'll come back and have a look at single work templates, because now we've used all of our brains up, and things are going to get easier from now on. We're going to be continuing to play, but I wanted to make sure that you knew how to use the reporting to get enormously beautiful catalogues out. Great. Okay. See you in a bit to look at single work templates.